Hi, my name is Isabella Lent, and today I'm going to be talking about my reaction to the article Rituals Among the Narasima. When I first read this text, I was definitely very taken aback. It was extremely confusing and honestly just hard to read. But after reading it through the second time, I realized that the author was describing the American culture. Um, he did this by saying that culture practices, and by the way, it may be viewed by someone from the outside or someone who doesn't understand why certain behaviors occur. I believe the writing truly helps us realize the way that you explain something that you are unfamiliar with is essential because the way that you interpret it will provide you with the narration of how the culture is or was. Being born in America, things like going to the dentist for hygiene and dental care, or seeing the doctor when you're unwell and taking medication to make us feel better are clearly typical for individuals in America. Um, this essay truly helps us realize that what we consider to be normal may be odd to someone else in a different culture from a different part of the world. I'm going to be talking about education in the US and how it could be viewed from an outside perspective. It is said that America has the best education system among all the other countries. They say this because the U.S. universities are outstanding and students get the opportunity to learn and work with some researchers in the field. But from an outside perspective, there are definitely things that people do not see and that could be viewed as much worse. If you don't go to college, it's definitely looked down upon among individuals, and they will say that you are trying to not further your education. Without a college degree, there are limited amount of jobs that you can get, and the jobs that you do end up getting don't pay very well. And then someone might ask, why doesn't everyone go to college then? But the average yearly tuition in America for attending a university is around $25,000. And for many individuals in America, $25,000 a year is just not manageable. And unfortunately, the only thing that you can do about that is to get loans. A student loan is money borrowed from the federal government to assist pay for education and supplies and books and living expenses. Being that you are borrowing money from the government means that you will have to pay this money back. But if you are unable to make the full payment back in one time period, interest rate comes in. Most students have an interest rate of about 5.8% on their loan. So every year that you are unable to pay back that money, the government charges you even more money to keep the loan going. So from an outside perspective, knowing all the information, individuals might not think so highly of the American education system. But it is connected to the U.S. values because it influences both people and society as a whole, and it has direct impact on our worldwide competitiveness. It has been one of the strongest aspects in our way of life and remains meaningful in the current times. And the importance of the education culture, American culture, cannot be stressed enough. Education has changed severely over the last decade, and it will continue to change as time goes on. A key part to how American education has changed over time is how people incorporate technology and new topics. Technology has created many opportunities in the education system for effective learning experiences. It offers new, innovative platforms where teachers and students can communicate and to interact in different ways. It also helps with sharing information related to their learning. Another factor that has changed the education in the last 20 years is diversity. Diversity among students in education directly impacts their performance. Studies have shown actually that students work better in a diverse environment, enabling them to concentrate and push themselves further when there are people of other backgrounds working alongside them. Technology and diversity are only a couple reasons of how education has changed over time, but they are definitely very relevant in my generation. I believe that diversity has done great things for our education system. I believe that it brings everyone together and it allows individuals to have a better community. Although technology has done some great things for the American education system, I do believe that there are some negative aspects that have come out of it. I think that the generations that grew up with technology have been put at a disadvantage when it comes to social interactions. With technology in students' education and life, students are unable to form friendships and relationships with their peers. They may not learn the same social cues as some of the students that aren't using technology as much. There are 4 different paths that I think technology negatively affects the education system in America. One being that it is deteriorating students' competitiveness for reading and writing. Another one is dehumanizing educational environments. I say distorting social interactions between teachers and students. And another one is isolating individuals when using technology. There are some positive things that come out of technology being relevant in education. Technology provides students with an easy access to information, accelerated learning, and fun opportunities to practice what they learn. It enables students to explore new subjects and deepen their understandings of difficult concepts, particularly in STEM. And that was cited by soeonline.american.edu.